Bang.
Bang.
R.A.W. What am?
What up, man? Look, let me give the disclaimer, bro. We outside. It's going to be planes, trains, automobiles, all this, you know what I'm saying, passing by, man, because we said we got to take this outside, you know, get that fresh air. So if people do hear that, we apologize in advance. And the homie going to keep talking because we didn't have to do this again. And we going to keep it going.
Why you bringing up old shit?
Yeah, I'm still, because that's it. I can play it back.
Hey, but let's jump right into it. We boycotting BET.
Man, let's boycott them.
I'm sorry. I ain't even sorry. What this newest BET Awards in 2021, where you got men slobbing down men on stage for all our kids to see.
Wait. You can't say that because you're going to sound like you against pride.
I'm not against anything. I'm against my kids. I'm against what the negative imagery that my kids are looking at.
Oh, now you might got.
I don't watch BET, so I don't. It's not for me. Mm-hmm. But we got to try to, for us to keep allowing them to put whatever they want, images of black people and black America, any images that they want to put, because this BET is not owned by black folks anymore.
Say that again.
You know what I mean?
They need to change the name.
Yeah, exactly. There's nothing black about it. There's nothing entertaining about it. It's just television. That's it. It ain't, you know what I mean? Like, there is no Rap City the Basement. There's no Video Soul. There's no Teen Summit. There's no all the stuff that it was creative and it gave our community the outlet. Now it's really, and this is just dead honest, it's just about homosexuality. It's about, you know, having babies anywhere and everywhere and not worrying about the children, not worrying about what comes after it, and murder, death, kill on black people. That's all it's about. So why are we watching this? Like, you know what I mean? So you
talking about BET itself or the entertainment?
I mean, all entertainment, but I'm talking about quote unquote BET, where it's supposed to be representative of our culture.
Yeah,
you know,
there's a lot of bullshit on there.
There's nothing. I mean, even the radio. We should boycott half these radio stations nowadays because all they play is murder, just murder, or
single family homes.
Yeah,
womanizing.
Right.
All kind of bullshit.
Exactly.
So I think that you got a point there, a very good point, because off air we was talking about how we don't know how much hip hop itself influences, but it has a big influence on our culture and you know, your upbringing, because every kid got a cell phone in their hand right now. They can get on there. My favorite artist is this. Listen to the bullshit all day. Like, one thing back in the 80s and the 90s, man, we didn't have access to, like, nigga, I ain't have a CD player. So if I wanted to hear something, it had to be on the radio. You ever dubbed some tapes off the radio? Like, you ain't never did? Yeah, I'm just saying, that's how you had to get the music, man, because you couldn't afford it. Your mama wasn't letting you listen to it. It really had clean versions.
Every song had to, if it was on the radio, every song had to have a clean version.
And it was like, it'd dumb it down. I'd be saying the wrong words and hear the real thing, and it was like, oh, shit, I didn't even know they said that. And then your mom like, turn that off, you know. But I just say that me and him was talking. We was late bloomers when it came to messing with women, bro. Cause
no doubt.
Straight up, we wasn't out here doing all this shit that I see these young kids doing, like messing with women and worry about sex.
Yeah.
Is because we was in that era of hip hop where they wanted us to go to jail. Yeah. So it was more like fuck the police music.
Yeah.
Bitches ain't shit but hoes and tricks, to get your mind off that. Get out here, sell some drugs first of the month, you know, some Bone Thug, all kind of
and
music.
Be ready to shoot somebody.
Yeah, this is when you start introducing the shooting of the people. You know what I'm saying?
Our music that we grew up with was really just murdering. Like, if you know, you got different artists, but in our time, especially where we were from, it was about murder, really. It wasn't about getting money. It wasn't about the strip club. It was about get out here and tear something up. And so that was our battle of erasing that type of mentality out of our lives, and we know a lot of our friends fell to that mentality, right? Nowadays, it's not about selling drugs; it's about doing drugs. It ain't about getting married; it's about, you know, I got
having women,
I got mad women, blah blah blah. And then now it's not. I mean, I wouldn't say now, but I think it's coming. It ain't just going to be about having a lot of women. They gonna start ushering in, I got a boyfriend too. I'm telling you.
Man, I see it coming, bro. You send the
you,
little
bro.
dude over here kissing 2 men. Now, I can see kissing one man, your husband, because you know these niggas, I mean, well, I'm sorry. These people be thinking it's cool to have do whatever you want to do, right?
Right.
But as an artist, and my thing, even with this podcast, I have a straight duty to the people that listen to it.
Right.
To try to get across the good, positive things, not focus so much on the negative things, because this is for the world to hear. You know what I'm saying? If I was on here like slap your mama, then everybody just started slapping their mama, and then you can come back and beat my ass for that, because I said that. I put that out there in the universe, and some people believe in your shit more than you believe in your shit.
Yeah.
So you got to be, as an artist or any entertainer, it's your due diligence to be careful what kind of image you put out there, man, because these kids do not decipher wrong from right, or you know, it's just like, let them decide who they want to become as they grow up.
And see, this is the thing. If I could just jump on what you're saying, these are these kids' heroes. The reason why we were the way we were at a young age is because our heroes were, you know, Tupac or Bone, so our heroes, they put the gangster mentality into the music, so that's what we thought we needed to go after. You know what I'm saying? Think about all like the 90s. If it wasn't like West Coast gang, you know, Crips and Bloods, then it was New York mafioso. You know what I mean? With Luciano in the Benza with the Crino, and it was all, you know what I mean? And then, you know, we from the Midwest, so it's a lot of gang music. It's a lot of, you know what I mean, black hoodie, black do-rag, black Timberlands, black Dickies, get you a strap, get
no
a 40.
Fighting, no more fighting.
We don't do no fighting. We tearing everything, you know what I mean? So now these kids, and now see, hip-hop is more universal to where everybody sounds the same. So they're hitting all the trajectories, like they're hitting the West, they're hitting the South, Midwest, New York, all that East Coast. And it's the same thing as far as just, if it's not just pure murdering, then it's about like some, just too much partying.
Yeah, too much like
partying,
prescription drug. Man, look, I'm gonna tell you right now, and there's plane passing over people, so let that be a thing. Like at church, you know, we
live, y'all. We live out here.
So let that be the thing, is that they taking away your rights, like not saying you're right, but your right of thought, right? Yeah. That you can't sell drugs no more because we have the drugs.
Exactly.
You can't go make no pills that these kids and stuff want these days. You know what I'm saying? These kids is playing sick to go get a prescription. So it ain't no more it's weed shops on every corner in the worst cities. And we used to have to battle with the liquor stores. Now it's, nigga, the weed is right down the street.
Yeah.
Go get it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? The liquor down the street, go get it.
Let me do you one better. The prescription pill is probably in your parents' in their, what do you call it, the mirror in the bathroom, in their cabinet, medicine cabinet. It's probably already there. So that's even worse than the liquor store, because okay, the liquor store, at least if you have a decent cashier, they'll still card you. So if you're not of age, then they're not going to give it to you. With illegal dope, you know, you have to get to the product and get it home safely. So it's still that, oh man, I don't know, it's kind of late. You know, the dick boys is out right now. With prescription drugs are typically legal. And so all you have to find is somebody with a damn prescription.
And your mama probably get one every month. Your mama
probably got one. Your grandma got one. You know, your granddaddy got one for his thing. And, you know,
this shit crazy, bro. Cause
then shit, nowadays, yo baby brothers and sisters got one, because they pumping all this ADHD medicine into the shorty, so they got a, you know, prescription for something. So that's what's making it so it's such a difficult task to even try to combat it, because these are the legal drug dealers. You know, they don't want to call them that, but these are the legal quote unquote pharmaceuticals. You know,
but I think we're boycotting something, right? So we gonna go back to the main what my guy said. If we start a boycott they start to see a decline in the numbers, right? Now, we talked about this before on the podcast. Like, we could be protesting other ways, right?
Right.
So if you start declining numbers, like by not viewing, right, I'm like, oh, what's going on? If you start like boycotting certain artists that you don't want them to put the same image out for your kids, right, like, hey, nigga, fuck that, turn that off.
Right.
No tickets getting brought, motherfucking shows ain't getting sold.
Right.
We need to figure out a way to do that, to start getting the narrative, because the gay people probably doing the same shit to pump the agenda. Like, hold on, ain't no, where the male bathroom? Why I can't go in there if I feel like I want to be a man today and it's a woman? Like, okay, shit, yeah, we got transgender bathrooms right now.
I think we gotta quit asking everyone else, because look, listen, I don't think this is just a black, like the white man is putting these images. No, because half of these radio spots, BET executives, maybe not the owners, but the executives, all these people are black, bro. And they're the ones pushing this narrative. And then if you go, a lot of people who have talked about being in those offices talk about how masculinity is frowned upon, and they will get you out of there if you are an alpha male. You know,
they don't want no pushback, bro.
And so it's like, you know, I'm not dependent on. I can personally protest. The reason I want to talk about it is to get other people to really start to just say, listen, enough is enough. Like, it's crazy because now when I look at people like C. Dolores Tuckett and all the ladies that were protesting this type of music in the 90s, we didn't like them because our favorite rapper was like, nah, we just trying to get money. So we like, see, it's always black people trying to hold each other down. But as you get older, you understood, nah, they were coming as mothers.
Damn.
Like, nah, this ain't no good, and it's going to lead to no good. They knew back then, and we should give them their credit. Yeah. Even like Dionne Warwick, I've seen her on congressional stuff talking about, like, they were talking about like people like Snoop Dogg, Pac and them back in the day, you know what I mean? But as I'm older now, I understand, like, nah, they were really, they knew the damn plan. They were trying to save the generation.
Yeah,
I mean,
the
because
generation
like we said,
is
our
gone.
generation, we know a lot of us ended up dead or in jail because our music was about death. It wasn't about, you know what I mean? Like, it was really about, even like, you had like Bone with the first of the month and stuff like that. But me, I'm a real Bone fan, like from back in the day. They were my favorite group. And when I go back and listen to like Creeping on the Come Up, Eternal, those albums, they were murder. Like, imagine listening to that every day, all day. That's your shit. What do you think you're going to start thinking about? Man, any nigga come at me, murder, you know.
But did you feel like it was a super incline of the murder music when the drill stuff came out? Because it, like in the early 2000s, like Chief Keef, it was over with. Like for a whole couple years, it was like every rapper, if you had to get on, you had to talk about how many bodies you done caught. Yeah, how many you ain't with the bullshit? Everybody a op. Everybody this. Everybody that.
Let's say it was like Cali is the first place that really brought banging, like the gang culture. But even if you listen to like DJ Quick, MCA, all them, you didn't know what gang they were a part of. Unless you from out there, like you didn't know. They weren't like, I'm a big blood and we ride on the dudes on 79th Street. Like when the drill came, it was like, and then like Chicago never had, because you had Twista, Crucial Conflict, all them. They never were banging. Like, if you from up north, then you know, like, you should have broke it to the left, man. You know what they're saying, but they not, you know.
That's some local stuff.
That's some local
you know
stuff.
Like, you talking about mainstream.
No,
though.
But that's my point. You didn't have banging like
on the mainstream.
Now it's like, nah, I'm GD from, you know, 69th and we tearing up dudes on 67. And like, so now when you play that on the radio, and I'm a family member of a victim, and not only do I know that side killed my people, but they're on the radio every day saying they smoking. I'm smoking on his pack, and you know what I mean? Like, imagine hearing it. And then it's getting, 15 million views. So now you got people in your comments that ain't from up where you from. They not from the neighborhood, none of that. But they saying they smoking on so-and-so's pack.
Damn.
And
that's crazy. But
you know
so,
what I'm saying?
But you know what, people combat this whole argument with the fact that a lot of entertainment coming out from the source itself, meaning like a lot of people going straight to YouTube like we do, putting their own shit out there, you know what I'm saying? And then they getting their own following organically. So as a corporation, the BET said like, y'all want this shit anyway. We went and found the hottest dude that y'all listening to, that y'all boosting. I understand that,
but they're supposed to have a certain standard. Let's keep it all the way real. If hip hop, you've never heard a hip hop song talking about killing a white man.
Oh,
you've never heard about it killing all these different groups of people. If hip hop was making music about killing any other group, it would be shut down immediately.
It'd be NWA. You know what I'm saying? Because them brothers was talking about killing police. Nigga.
It would be shut down immediately.
Straight up.
And so we, as the community, have to hold ourselves to that same standard and hold these radio stations. Like when you go in most black neighborhoods and you listen to the radio right now, let's say a rapper gets killed tonight, right? Mm-hmm. So tomorrow it's going to be all this rest in peace and how we need to, man, we got to do better and Black Lives Matter and all this. Top of the hour, we're going to play, so-and-so artist, rob everybody. We'll be right back right after this. Like, that's contradictory, bro. How is it out of one side you're saying Black Lives Matter, and then 5 minutes later, the song you're playing is about another black man killing somebody else?
Yeah.
You get what I mean? Like,
yeah, that's fucked up, man.
How is it that our culture, hip hop culture, is the only culture where you're not even safe just doing a show? You can't go anywhere. Rolling Stones don't worry about getting killed.
R.A.W.
They not beefing with other crews, and like we most people will tell you that they want to make it in the industry, right? To get out of their community, to get out of the negative that is the community. And then all we do is make it and bring the negative of the community right with us, to
the forefront. You know what I'm saying? To city. So you on the radio. I mean, you come up in the hood. You become a good artist. You make it to the top. You're talking about your struggle in your past,
right?
But then you got to go to East State where your past is hunting the fuck out of you, because these some brothers that listen to your music, so you know what they about,
right?
And they trying to get at you. It's like, it'd be a freak show.
Let's say what happens if you're like let's say a Chief Keef. Mm-hmm. So we know in the city, especially on the south side, in that area where they're from, GDs and the BDs, they stay into it, right? So on Chief Keef's music, he's dropping the rakes, saying GD blank, blah, 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 right? Okay, in the city, I get it, because he's really not talking about the whole GDs. He's talking about them dudes from a few blocks away.
Yeah.
But let's say the GDs are pretty strong in like Atlanta and the Carolinas and all that. All they heard was GD blank.
Whoa.
So when you go to do a show down there,
you can't even do half the music.
Now they coming at you like, hey, what's that you talking about?
Man, look, I'm telling you.
You know what I'm saying?
The young cats, man, y'all got to think about the music that you putting out here, bro, right. Because I'm telling you, not only, like you said, really more with the video. So, like you said, throwing up signs or whatever, some fan who don't even know what the hell he doing,
right,
be in your concert or listen to your music. Because I done been in this shit. And I hope every listener who listening will be laughing at this shit right here.
Right.
I done been in the car, you know what I'm saying, at the light, nigga, and then some white boy then pulled up on me, playing woo woo or whatever on one, and I didn't turn and looked at a nigga and turned it down.
Right.
You're like, oh my bad. Like, nah, it should be that. Because
Right.
what the fuck is you on? Like,
Right.
you don't know what you singing right now, and this shit can get you fucked up. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? But now I ain't gonna do nothing to you, but I'm saying somebody will though. You know what I'm saying?
And that's the thing. The culture has to be protected. I can't get mad at the white dude for listening to it and even for memorizing the words and saying the words when he hears it, including saying nigga and all that, because we are the number one influencers of culture.
So that's
So the true thing is we have to change our culture, because whatever we put out, everybody's going to soak it up anyway.
I totally agree with that, but that's why I'm saying, to your point, a boycott or something like that would be, we are the culture, we are, but it's so profitable for BET. You know what I'm saying? We got to figure out how to break through. What is the solution? Because every time we come on this podcast, people, we try to give you a problem,
Right.
you know, why it is a problem, and then we try to give you a solution, right? So I want to challenge the listeners in closing to, like, be cognizant of what you watch, man. Like,
Right.
take the time out next time you turn on BET and just think about what image are you getting put in your grown head.
Right.
Like, what the fuck? Like, I didn't watch some BET shit like, wait, is he sleeping with his mama and his mama best friend? And
Right.
what the fuck is, and everybody know, you know, whatever the storyline may be.
Yeah.
And I'm like, man, I wouldn't want my kid to watch this shit, man. Fuck this shit. This shit is crazy.
Remember back in the day when you woke up to go to school, it was Nick Jr. was on. PBS, Channel 11. There was a time and a place for kids. Then once it was 10, 11 o'clock,
The stories start coming
then
on.
your grandparents' stuff started coming on.
Yeah.
The ratchet stuff didn't come on till 8, 9 o'clock. 7, let's say 7.
Because you supposed to be going lay down.
No, because even 7, you still had like Family Matters, Step by Step. That was family time. Then 10, 11 o'clock, it was ratchet time. Like, I've been watching The Wire. You know what I mean? I'm back into my binge watching. So I've been watching The Wire. So in season 5 or 4, whatever, the plan, they ended up making a place called Amsterdam, where they were trying to move. They moved all the addicts and the dealers and everybody to one specific area, and it opened up the rest of the district became cleaner, less crime, less, and to me, it was a good idea. Like, cause you can't, when you keep doing the same thing over and over, you're insane. You got to try other ideas. Now, I can't get mad at the rapper who tells his story, because it all starts out with rappers telling the story of what they know from their neighborhood. That's all well and good. I think the biggest thing is that the older rappers who should have different stuff on their mind by now are still going backwards to, how are you 50 and you still throwing up a rag? Like, you'll always be who you're going to be. I'm not, you know what I mean? But I'm saying throwing up a rag,
I
bro.
mean, but you know
on
what?
a video. No, listen. On a video. No, your ass is 50, bro.
Yeah, I know. I
you're
totally
a
agree with
granddaddy.
you. I agree with you.
You are a granddaddy. 1 minute you talking about black excellence. This is the problem I have. 1 minute you're talking about black excellence and how we need to stick together and Black Lives Matter. But your video does not show that Black Lives Matter at all. You're gangbanging. You're 50 fucking years old. Like, stop, nigga. We understand. Listen, you can be an OG. You're never going to not be who you came from. I get it.
Yeah.
But, like, let's say if every older rapper went on a Snoop Dogg level, Snoop is still a member. Still, he's whatever.
But he'll throw his shit up too, though, man.
But there's a time and a place. He ain't gonna throw it up on every outlet that he gets on.
No, hell no, because he's been on Martha Stewart and fucking with her, and they ain't never missed no game. You just know his past.
You
man.
know his past is my point. DMX is a perfect example. A dude that really came from the griminess of life, and he'll tell you the stories, but just him praying after him telling you a story is a dope balance to me, because it shows, yeah, I lived this life, but I wasn't happy in it. And I, you know, when these I swear to God, like, I ain't mad Chief Keef is throwing up gang signs. The man's 20 something years old. That's what we did at that age. My point is, when you fucking, I'm 35. I'm about to be 36 in a couple weeks. I look like a damn fool. Not being amongst my people or shaking up with them, or that's a different scenario. I'm talking about if I'm taking pictures and I got kids that are gonna see these. I'm taking pictures, still throwing.
You can't even be a role model, bro.
You look like a damn fool.
You can't even be a fucking head of no household. Tell your kids to go to school, get a good job, because you fucking. Who are you, nigga? We trying to be like you.
And then okay, and this is what I say about, like, okay, it's not about. And I heard this somewhere else, but I'm gonna say it on here.
What?
A true OG. Like, I have, you know, my son and them, they call me OG.
Yeah. But
OG is not about being original gangster. It's about offering guidance.
Oh shit.
You know what I'm saying? That's the OG that I try to be. I'm not no fucking, I'm gonna show you how to make flip a brick. Nah, I don't do that shit. But I'm gonna offer you guidance of how to make it through this terrain that we had to live in.
Damn.
And so that's when we got to get back to that type of OG. I think Tupac would have been an OG by now.
Oh no.
Like a true one though. Like, I feel like Master P is a dope example of that. I feel like Jay is a good example of that, but I have I get tired of him talking about the feds and all. Come on, G. Like, let's can we move on now, please? You're not in Marcy anymore. You're not selling bricks, but he, at least in many ways, he offers guidance, right?
Okay.
Nas, like, there's OGs, man, that are like, okay, before we clear out, I'll give a perfect example. I was a huge Bone fan. So as I said earlier, it was about murder. But there was a point in time where Bone's music became more spiritual. It wasn't just about, you know, robbing and stealing. It was about, you know, the Bible or just different things like that. And so let's offer some guidance. Let's not just judge the youth, but let's offer guidance to them and tell them that we love them and we're proud of them. And let them know where they're headed without belittling them, because a lot of them don't have fathers at home. So you can't just come at a young bull who hasn't had a father and just pounce on him. Yeah. You got to let him know, I talk to you because I care about you and I want to see you do better. And you could give him examples, man. I had a friend that did exactly what you're doing. He's doing 50 years right now. Yeah, or he's there right now. Let's love ourselves and take our culture back.
Take it back,
man. We boycotting anything that's against our culture, and what I really mean about against our culture is against the family unit and against our lives. I don't want to hear nobody say Black Lives Matter, but you listen to murder music all day long, like, and that's what we're pushing, bro. Like, we sound like fools, because why would they respect us if they see we don't? If our life don't matter to us, it shouldn't matter to anybody else.
That part.
That's just mathematics. You know what I mean? So, hey, love on this wonderful day.
Just Raw radio, the planes in the background. Get out the way, man. We out.